everyone, and welcome to Collector Corps. We've got Power Rangers, X Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Lightning Collection, Hasbro Pulse, Fun First Friday, and I think at this point they've all been revealed. I'm not actually sure. So basically what this is, there was a comic, I think about like 3 or 4 years ago, where the Power Rangers and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossed over. I haven't read it personally, so I'm not too confident on it. But, yeah, it's something that looks very interesting. I'm someone who has enjoyed both Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the past. But it's not something I collect. I'm kind of... I haven't bought anything in Lightning Collection. That's the be-all end-all, really. Though, a lot of the Green Ranger stuff I am kind of interested in, so all being well, I believe it's Shredder that's Green Ranger. I haven't really kept up with what's been revealed yet. Last thing I actually remember seeing was what they're showing on screen right now, which is the Yellow Ranger Mikey and the I can't remember her name, but Pink Ranger, the reporter. I forgot her name. I say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles isn't something that's like overly in my mind. It's not something I grew up with, really. Power Rangers was, but not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, other than the CGI movie with Chris Evans as the hockey mask guy. As I say, I really don't know Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but I will happily take some wacky crossovers. I'm always a fan of that. So yeah, I've never watched Power Rangers from first, so I'm not really sure what to expect. I don't know any of the hosts. And yeah, but in any case, it's going to be a bit of fun, a bit of something different, and yeah, hopefully we get some decent reveals. Okay then.
Loretta,
Bit
it's Power
extreme.
Month. We're celebrating everything Power Rangers. I cannot be more happy today. So, hello everyone. Hello Ranger Nation. Bonjour. My name is Irvin. I'm the lead franchise marketing manager
like his
on
little
Power Rangers. And we have with us today Loretta.
Hey everyone, good to see you again on another Fan First Friday. If you've tuned in before, you know I am Loretta, the product designer on the Lightning Collection.
It's so odd, like
Loretta,
the Legends. Everyone on the Legends team like has like just bookshelves of figures behind them.
I can think of a couple things.
Okay.
Oh my
It's
god!
like it's so odd seeing that they don't. You know.
Definitely. I have a little cake here. I'm probably
Is
gonna
it
get
actually
in
like? Is there
trouble
like an
for
anniversary or something for
lightning,
Power Rangers going on right now?
fire
Is
in
that
our
why
office.
this stuff's happening?
Sure,
Because I don't
health and
follow
safety
Power Rangers
is
stuff
gonna
too
love
often.
me,
I've
but
been kind of interested. I
I don't
say
think they're here.
a
So
few of the
I should be
Lightning Collection
fine.
stuff
Don't
has
tell anyone.
interested me. That pig
You know
character,
what? This is for our fans out
no
there,
connection
and I
at
want them
all,
to
but I think
celebrate.
looks really
So
cool.
please put your
So
power wish in the
I'm
comments.
interested in
If you
seeing
don't
what
want
they
to, please don't do that.
actually have to
But
show.
yeah, we're gonna
I
blow
say
the
the
candles
whole
as
crossover thing
celebration.
I think
So
is
Loretta, make your wish as
really
well.
cool. I'm a
3,
huge fan of
2, 1.
crossovers in any media, so hopefully
There we go.
hopefully this is
Awesome.
good. This might be
Now give me a slice.
my gateway drug into
Definitely.
both
I will
lines,
definitely give you a
both
slice of
Power
pie.
Rangers
You know
and
what?
Teenage
You know
Mutant
what?
Ninja
I've
Turtles.
always been
Though
dreaming to do
obviously
this since I was a kid.
TMNT I think is typically Mattel. If I say I'm not too sure about that, but
I did it.
I believe it's primarily
I did
Mattel
it.
that do Teenage Mutant
I'm
Ninja
loving
Turtles.
this. Hello, Ranger Nation. So, today we will be taking you through the great collaboration between Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
TMNT.
and Power Rangers.
Coco.
But before we do that, Loretta, you know what I'm going to be doing tonight? I'll be playing video games.
Oh wow.
Look at that. The physical
Yep.
game of Battle for the Grid Super Edition is launching
It's so
next
odd
Tuesday
because
on
obviously
August 10th on
with Power
PlayStation
Rangers
4,
being like
on
it's a
Xbox
Hasbro
One,
property technically,
and
just like
on the
how Transformers
Switch.
is. So it's
And,
odd
you know, for those
that,
who, unlike
like
me,
you
don't
know they
like
wouldn't
physical
be.
versions,
I
you
doubt
can
they would
actually
be
download
anyway.
it now, as
Advertising
we speak, so
like a new
today if you
Marvel
want to.
game
But I
directly
personally like to
on
have my
a
own
Marvel Legends
collections of
fan
video
first.
games. And actually, this edition
It's
right
morphin
here
time.
combines the content from the original collector's edition. It has all the
I do enjoy video
passes
games.
and the
I
all-new Street
don't
Fighter
think I'm
pack,
that
which is super
interested
cool.
in a Power Rangers
And I don't
game,
know if
but I
many know
mean,
this, but this is the first fighting game
you
that
never
has
know.
a cross-play capability across all the existing platforms,
That's
which
kinda
is
neat.
super cool.
I like my crossplay.
That's awesome.
Crossplay is always
So,
good.
Ranger Nation, today we won't be showing you any new products, but we will
that's
take
a
you through the
shame.
journey of how we went from the concept of this great collaboration.
It does mean that we'll probably be seeing some like better images, maybe some little like like an animation or something, you know, like a stop motion.
And then, of course,
I don't know. I don't know what to expect really.
Has been working on.
I suppose it was
But
worth
in order
checking
to do
out.
so, yeah, right.
I had it on my
we
schedule
have
at
some
least,
guest
so I was like, I
stars.
might as well
So,
check it out.
you know what? I know our hardcore fans, our action figure hardcore fans, are gonna go on the comments and with all the positive comments. Let me just say, although we don't have new reveals today, we're gonna be focusing on the product we revealed already this week. We will have reveals.
They have
and
revealed
pre-orders
everything. I haven't
throughout
seen the
month of
Shredder
August, so stay tuned.
yet,
Should we
so
bring in our VIP guest?
that's the one I'm mostly
Yes,
interested
definitely.
in. I think is this supposed to be a Tommy
Hey Ryan, hey Janice. Hey
foot
everyone.
soldier?
We have the comic
Which
book
is
writer,
interesting because obviously
of the
Tommy is
TMNT
Green
and
Ranger.
Power Ranger
Or,
comic book.
well,
And we also have
that's the rabbit
Dunis
hole I'm not
from
going to get
Viacom
into.
Nickelodeon,
But
who's,
I know
working
him.
on
I
design
think of
for
him
the
as Green
Turtles.
Ranger, despite the fact he
Hey
has
guys,
been. I think
do you
he's
guys
been
wanna
White
introduce
Ranger,
yourselves to our fans?
Gold Ranger, and Black Ranger
Yeah, hi,
at various
I'm Ryan.
times,
Like they
as well as
said,
other
I'm a
Rangers at
writer on the
various times.
series, and it's a pleasure to be here. Absolutely, like it's a dream
Oh,
come true.
they've actually got the people behind the original
Hey guys,
crossover.
I'm Junis Ortiz. I'm the senior director at Viacom CBS.
And
I'm
Viacom own
basically,
TMNT, so
the toy designer for Nickelodeon. I've been working on Turtles for the past 11 years here at Viacom.
nice one.
And a little fun fact about me is that I got my start in this business as an intern for Kenner/Hasbro Toys back in '95.
You can't.
So thanks for having me.
Kenner
Awesome.
being like Kenner/Hasbro. It's like, yes,
Great.
Hasbro
Well,
own
let's dive right into
Kenner
it,
as
right?
a license,
Just to set
but
the
like
base
they
here and the
don't.
background on
Like
how this
Kenner
cool
doesn't
collaboration came
exist. They
about.
just bought the brand.
Boom Studios actually reached out to IDW Comics as they knew that Hasbro, Viacom, IDW, and Boom Studios all were working together on
I
multiple
will say
projects,
though,
across
based on
multiple
what I've
brands, and there
seen
was a great
from
relationship there. And
the
this is how the idea
the NECA stuff from TMNT looks phenomenal, but the other lines
and I
that
guess,
I've seen,
Ryan,
a
talk to us a
lot
little
of
bit more
people
about how you were
have
brought
had
in as
major
the
issues
comic
with
book
those.
writer, for this
So based on
collaboration?
what I've actually seen
absolutely.
so
Yeah,
far
so
of this
I think they just
crossover, I
knew that I
actually
was
think,
just a super
and I've
hardcore
seen a lot
Turtles
of people
fan
say
from the
about
beginning,
it,
'cause, like,
TMNT
I
should go
have
to
been,
Hasbro. Hasbro
I
should
went
be
to when I was 7. I went to
doing
the,
it. It'd be so
coming
good.
out of their shells rock and roll concert series, and know all the words to this stuff. So yeah, they kind of knew. But yeah, so we all went to that, right? Yeah. So yeah, I went to I've been writing Power Rangers for like 3 years, something like that. And I was writing Go-Go Power Rangers at this time, and it was about to end. And so I was trying to come up with what could I possibly write next. And I was like, well, no, I don't know if anybody's ever really done a comic swap or a comic crossover with the Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles. So I literally called my editor, Adaptoplebin, to picture the idea. And before I got the chance to picture the idea, she was like, hey, I'm really sorry. I don't have any other work for you right now. We're too busy with the crossover. And I was like, wait, what crossover? She's like, the crossover between the Ninja Turtles and the Power Rangers. I was like, that's exactly what I was calling you for.
Oh, wow.
And she's like, I go, do you have a writer? And she's like, no. I was like, you got one now. So I begged
It's
and
like,
begged and
just
begged
no matter
to do
what
this
you're
project,
having me on,
and,
like for this
thank
job,
God I made
that's
that
basically
phone
what
call,
you
'cause if
did.
not,
I
probably would
appreciate
not be
that.
on this call with you guys
It
today.
shows care though. It shows that they
I love it. You're
actually
like,
care
"Surprise, here I
for
am."
the
That's
the
super
project.
You know, synchronicity. It's amazing.
I mean, when I was reading the comics, I was always going, go, go, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I had like the song in my head all the time. Loretta, Janice, how did you guys feel and react when you heard about the collab for the first time?
It's not Go Go Teenage
Oh,
Mutant
for me,
Ninja
I
Turtles.
was,
It's just
when it came
Teenage
across my
Mutant
desk,
Ninja
I'm a
Turtles.
super fan. I love everything Hasbro. I love action figures.
Of course you do. You work for Hasbro.
And I knew the quality was going to be
Well,
amazing.
not
so
Hasbro,
I was
Viacom,
so excited to work with you guys.
And yeah, I was, a 90s child. So it was another franchise that I loved and I grew up with. So I was so
Here's another
excited
thing, because it's
that
like,
the
I almost
possibility
don't
of
think,
designing,
like, does Power Rangers and
Power Ranger toys, I mean, any
TMNT
type
have
of
that big of a
turtle toys would have
crossover?
been, like an honor,
As in,
really
like,
awesome, but
within the fan
I
bases?
was
Like,
so
obviously,
excited and just
the
hoping that
crossover
this was going
happened.
to, like,
That's great.
really
It's
come
brilliant.
through and happen.
But you know what I mean? Like,
So yeah,
is
super
it such
excited
a
and
crossover
honored to be able to
in
work on this
audiences? I
project.
don't know.
I could definitely see you going, let me get my hands on this and make some like really cool action
Oh
figures.
yeah. I was trying to be low key excited about it. Like, yeah, that sounds cool.
Loki?
But inside, I was freaking
Is that
out,
Marvel?
like,
Is that a Disney
I can't
Plus
wait.
Marvel
Like, I
ref?
hope-
Is that a
I
Marvel
hope this
reference? Is
is
that Marvel Loki?
Well,
Loki
you have
confirmed
Janice to
Power
thank for it.
Rangers
There you
6
go.
TMNT.
Yeah.
Ryan, I guess tell us a little bit
Plot
more
twist,
about the
it's not
process of,
Tommy
creating
as
the
a foot
comic,
soldier, it's
creating
actually
the
Loki.
story, the plots
It's
all
actually a
together.
Loki
I think,
variant.
you've done an amazing job of bringing those two worlds together, combined into one. You have giant monsters. I don't want. By the way, for the fans out there, apologies. There's going to be plenty of spoilers during the discussion. So if you just want to wait for the product, you can mute us and then unmute us later on. But it's going to be full on spoilers.
Great.
So
Well,
yeah,
that's your
there's like the
spoiler warning as well,
mecha.
guys.
So obviously the Megazord with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle wagon. So tell us a little bit about the whole process, the
I heard
plots. Yeah.
There's a lot of people that have been
going
asking
into it, I
for
think my
a
entire
Transformers
point was to
version of
try and
Party
make
Wagon,
as many toys
which would
possibilities
turn
for you guys as
essentially into the
possible. That was
Megazord, but just
entire
under the
point.
Transformers
They have to
license.
rewrite everything though, so it kind of works.
That'd
but
be a
this was
very
the
interesting
perfect, though.
thing. It'd be a freeway license
you
at
know,
that point
when
because
we
it would
first
be the
started, it was weird
Megazord
'cause I
like
remember I sat down
form
and
from
I
Power
wrote down, I
Rangers.
actually have it written down here. It's like
The
color-coded teenagers fighting a warlord monster, a warlord that uses monsters and endless foot soldiers. And what I realized what was so cool about that was it could apply to both series. It's the exact same.
Yeah.
That's the similarity between them. They literally could. They're like cousins of each other.
I
so
suppose there is a lot
so
of
that was the fun
crossover, but
part,
as
was like,
well,
okay,
like
there's a lot of, it's gonna be
TMNT is
easy to find
definitively
sort of
4
similarities.
turtles.
But to figure out the story,
Someone's going to
it
point out a
was like,
continuity
okay, so
where
what
there's
are the
actually more, but
differences?
like
And so
there's
like
4
on one
usually.
side you have the
And
Power
then
Rangers,
with
right?
Power
You have the
Rangers,
kids, these
it's
sort of
anywhere
California
from
kids
like
who
3 members
are,
to
you
like
know,
12.
doing their best
Well,
to sort of protect the world
in
while
certain
like,
episodes
dealing
it's
with all
like
the normal
50, but you
problems
know.
of high school and all that stuff. But they always feel like
The
sort of the last
crossover
line of
episodes of
defense,
Power
right? If
Rangers
they
where it's
fail,
like
the world falls apart.
Mighty
But then on the
Morphin
other
with
side,
Dino,
you have the turtles,
Dino
who are saving the
Ranger
world as
with
well, but they're doing it in the
RPD
shadows,
with
right? They don't get any of
whatever
the
else. There's
adulation,
so
they
many
don't get any of
series.
the
They're
credit.
they're just the ones
On
that I
top
always
of
have
that,
in my
they're
head because they're the
saving
ones
the
that I
world from
like.
people who would be scared of them and fear them. And so I thought, okay, that's a really interesting contrast. So how can I have them sort of learn from each other? And what was so great was you realize, oh, if we could just have them literally walk in each other's shoes, then you would get that story arc. And so we were like, that means the turtles have to become Rangers. And then I was like, we got toys now. But
Oh wow!
that was what I loved about
Just
it. It was
immediately
like, it
into
seemed like
toy.
such
Yeah,
a great opportunity to do that.
they do look good.
And get them the opportunity. To
I'm just bringing up the pictures
really,
now
if you've
just
read
to
the
look
story,
at.
Donatello is actually like a big super fan of the Power Rangers, so I just wrote him like me, and I just love that he just loves all the different pieces of it, and I just thought that was fun, right? And I couldn't have done any of this
Dottie
too
Beat
without the fact
super
that
fan
of
is
the
actually
original
real
crossover
funny.
from In Space, where they actually meet the turtles. So what was great about that was I didn't have to come up with some sort of ridiculous reason as to like they jump over realities or whatever. They've already met each other, so I can just say they exist in the
Wait,
same
have they?
world. And that made it a lot easier.
That
But then
crossover already
once we got
existed.
that idea going, we brought in Simone DeMia, who's the artist on the series, and he just did a phenomenal job crafting them. I mean, we went through a
April
lot of different
O'Neil.
processes
That's what
to
it
try and
was.
figure the whole thing out. But, like,
That's
he
who,
brought
that's
such a
who the
great
reports
style to it all.
character is. April O'Neil.
It was just honestly, it was
As Pink
the
Ranger.
most fun I've ever had writing anything in my entire life. It's not even close. It was this is if they were like, you could do this forever, I would write this series forever.
And that's what we like to hear. And shout out to Simone, exactly, right? That art is phenomenal and it's very beautiful. So kudos to that. I really love even how you created the story plot of how and why the turtles we need to get to morph. So tell us a little bit more about how did you decide which color went, Leonardo is blue. We have our Red Ranger, who's the leader as well. So Jason, so how did you decide which color goes to which character? That must be tricky,
They
right?
almost went with mask colors,
yeah, I
didn't
mean,
they?
I'm sure
because
the comments are
Raph
going to tell
is
me I got
Red
it wrong,
Ranger,
which is going to be great.
which I would
so
argue
bring
is
it on, guys.
incorrect. But,
but yeah, I think that was the to be actually to just really say it, when I first
because
got
Mikey
the
is
series,
yellow,
and
which
Daphne was
is
like, okay, what
you
story
know
do you wanna
that's not
tell?
his mask
The
color.
first thing I said coming out
Whatever.
was Green Ranger Shredder. That was my pitch for the series.
Green
And
Ranger
I was like,
Shredder
I
is
just think there's
such a
great opportunity
weird
have,
thing to come out
you
with
know,
first.
the Dragon Coin was for a villain. Let's have Shredder figure
It
out a way
does
to
look
take
so
it
cool.
and become the Green Ranger Shredder. And she was like, okay, absolutely. And I showed her a little drawing I did. And I was like, that's how I started everything. And just sketched out. But yeah, when we started, exactly, yeah, that was not my drawing and not nearly as good. But yeah, just the little helmet. Yeah, it was definitely, it just fit. Like I said, these series fit so well together in so many, and they
It's like
complement
a
each other in
bird.
such interesting
It's
ways
like a bird beat.
that it just seemed perfect.
I
but
like
yeah, when
the
it came to
helmet
actually
design.
figuring out like just designing the Rangers and figuring out what colors they wanted to be. It was a long conversation, and I'm not even entirely sure we got it entirely right, but I think maybe let's hopefully at this point, yes, we figured it out.
Black Ranger being
yeah, we talked about it, and we
is it
like, you have, like,
Michelangelo is
the original colors, like
Black
so
Ranger?
the turtles take on the original colors of the Rangers, and like you said, but like the red is always the leader, but Raphael's not really the leader. So what we kind of thought about,
But yeah,
when
they
we started
still
going
gave
over it was, we went,
Red
okay,
Ranger.
let's go back to the way the original turtles were created. When they were around, they only had red bandanas. And you knew them by their weapons. So we said, okay, if we get a version of the weapons correct, then the colors won't be as important. And so we just thought, and also the other thing that was happening was,
that is completely true. I mean, the original TMNT
and I showed
comic
it to my wife, and I said,
was in
who
black
do you
and
think
white.
this is?
There was
it
no
a Red
color.
Ranger. She goes, well, the Red Ranger, so it's Raphael. And I was like, okay, if you told me that, then we'll just go with it.
Everyone knows that red is Raph. That's the thing.
And
it just it doesn't make sense as Power Rangers.
And then we just figured the other two we could try and figure it out. But yeah, it was it's complicated because they don't quite line up exactly. But we just feel like, if we did the weapons correctly, hopefully
at the end of the day, Mikey,
No, for sure.
it's not like there's an orange ranger. There is a purple ranger.
Just makes sense in all
not
things
in
together.
Mighty Morphin, but in
Speaking of
other
weapons, I think
variations.
Loretta is going to have quite a lot to show us today. So I guess Loretta, we
Yeah,
could go into
that's
the
why
action figures and talk to
Raph
us a little bit
and
about, what we
Michelangelo
revealed,
being
this
their
week.
normal
Yes,
colors, I think
I
makes
can't wait to
sense.
show you guys this stuff. So up first,
I'm not sure
our,
about
first
Donatello
two-pack,
being
which is
black.
a 2-turtle pack of Leo and Donnie as the blue and black ranger.
I may be
So,
saying wrong names, by the way. I'm not like
here we
I say,
go.
I'm
I
not
happen to
too
have
knowledgeable
these
on
guys
everything.
with me in hand,
I like
which
Mikey,
is really,
and that's
really
about
exciting.
it.
Look how great they look.
Casey Jones.
are super cool.
That's the mask guy,
Yeah.
isn't it?
They
Casey Jones.
they have really great articulation and they're just really awesome. But some of the things
They
I
look
love
so
the
good.
most are all of the
articulation is
hybrid
actually
design
phenomenal.
elements that you guys worked on while doing the comic book. It was just so well integrated, and I can't wait to show you guys all that. So let's start. One of my favorite things is the weapons. They did such a beautiful job of
These actually,
blending both
finished
franchises of
figures.
Power Rangers and Turtles.
They
So you
don't
have
look
the
like
double-bladed lance here,
prototypes.
and of course it comes apart just like it does, and blast effects come off. But check this out.
That's cool.
We also have that double holster in the back, which is just so
Scabbard,
cool. I mean, it
however.
looks awesome. Works really well.
That's
He's
Leo
just
right
such a
there.
great figure.
That's brilliant. That is
Yep.
brilliant.
It's dope.
And of course, it wouldn't be Leo without the awesome portrait, right? We just had to bring these characters to life.
All
So we
I'm
did
gonna
that.
say,
We
though,
did
is
include a
it's
portrait.
really
This is
odd. I know it's
something,
it's
early
from
on
the
in our
comic.
conversations
The
with,
helmets
the
are
studio
way
and with
smaller
Jonas.
than
He
the
was
turtle
very
heads.
insistent on, like, we got to do portraits. We have to bring these characters to life. So do you want to tell us a little bit about, like, some of those things that were important to making these portraits?
One of the most important things with the portraits is
Okay,
there
it
was a
might
lot of
they might
variations
be
of what these turtles look like in
prototypes
the comic
because
book.
she's not snapping
so
on the
taking
neck.
a little bit of classic turtle and some of the inspiration from all the comic books and blending it all together. It's very easy to get a turtle to look like, frog-like. Without the big jowls and the snout, we have to get it just right. So you guys, you really hit it on the mark there.
That's the
made
thing.
my
It's like
job a lot
the
easier
Teenage
with your
Mutant Ninja Turtles don't
super
really
talented
look like turtles
sculptors,
beyond the shell.
But I really love the
Like,
way it
take them
turned
out of the
out.
shell,
I think capturing that
and you
happy
could think
balance
that they're
between
any
turtle and
number of
ranger,
other
I think
animals.
we hit the mark there.
I'm sorry, I have to throw in a dad joke
looks
in
so
here.
good.
I mean, honestly, when you look at that, can you put him back on Loretta? Check out that. He actually has a white turtleneck. Boom. All right, fans, show us all the great puns you can have out there. Put in the comments the most funny puns you can think about.
Tell us what you think in the comments.
Sorry, I had to do that.
Oh no.
I think he turned out great. I really love it. And then, of course, so here's the sketches that you had done.
Yeah, you can see the before and after, where the before is on the left and our recommendations as the sketch. But we really wanted the jowls of the turtles to be a little bit more prominent and to have some of those classic expressive features called out. So for Donatello, you can see he's got that.
Oh, that's awesome.
That infinity smile that the classic turtles always have. So we just tweak, the sculpt slightly.
I love that. That's awesome.
I think you guys nailed it on the second round.
Yeah, definitely that side smirk. I love that, and you're so right. So this is final product of Donnie. And I totally agree. This is just like that classic
That is so
expression.
good.
And,
I actually kind of want Donnie now. Oh,
yeah,
that's,
we
that's
really
annoying.
did try to capture
Thing is, because
that,
they're all 2-packs,
the stylized
if I'm
versions
gonna
that
get
you
any,
see in the
I'm
comic
just
books.
gonna get
And
Mikey and
I'm really happy with
April O'Neil.
where we ended
Just
up.
because,
And we couldn't have
you
done it
know,
without the full
it's
collaboration of everyone,
Mikey.
which was
You
great.
have to. I'm probably gonna get Shredder
And
as
here
well,
we
but like,
have Black Ranger
you know what I mean?
Donatello, which again is super cool.
At the end of the day,
I really love
my
this one.
Ranger is green. That's
And
the
I
color
totally
that I
feel,
like
Ryan,
the most.
for your
Well, the Ranger that I like the
I
most
guess
because of
the
Tommy.
the challenge of
I
like
don't care
working
too
with
much about getting
the
a
different
Tommy
colors,
as a
because
foot
one of the
soldier.
things that I just working
Quite
from, I was like,
honestly,
oh wow,
though
this
the
is
head
hard. Like, do we?
is
We
very
wouldn't
tempting
change their
because it's a
bandana color,
very
right? Like, it's
nice
just hard, but
Tommy
at
head.
the same time, you want it to make sure that it reads as the right character. But I
It
think
is
it
odd that
totally
they didn't.
works,
They just
and
decided
it makes
not to do
sense.
a Casey Jones at all.
And I love, so again,
I don't know if
this
he's just
weapon,
he might
super cool.
Casey Jones just might not be in.
Yeah, in the original design
In the
process,
comic,
one of the
but
things we talked about was like there
it's
was like a
interesting.
really like very early on we're like, okay, would they wear their masks under their helmets? That seems a little redundant. But then we had this idea that the mask would like hang off of there like a bandana, like around like a cowboy bandana, and like we had a lot of weird things we tried. I mean, one of the hardest things we tried to figure out was the shells and sort of the under. I don't know what this part of the turtle's called. I should know that, but like we were like, well, wait, would the suit go over the top of the shells or would it not? But then when we realized, when we looked at the Green Ranger, we're like, wait, he's got the shield. So and the morphing element of the helmet. So there's already that element of, okay, when they morph, there's like stuff comes on,
yeah,
like there's
the
a shell element. So we just thought, okay, maybe the shell is like
do not make sense because like
the
it's the
the
whole
shield.
thing of
So
like
that
what
helped us a
exactly
lot too. It was
happens
like
to
finding all
clothes
that little
when
stuff.
they
It was like
morph.
trying to. Yeah, it's Dragon Shield.
Because
Thank
they'll be
you.
wearing
Trying
like
to find the logic of all
jackets
that, but I like look how I
you know,
love
baggy,
the texture of that you guys
you know,
have done with the
baggy
gold.
like
It looks amazing.
I guess joggers.
Yeah, it's
I
a really
suppose I don't
beautiful
know what to
gold.
call them, but like you know they'll be
So
wearing
again,
like large
Johnny
baggy
comes with
clothing,
not only this,
and then suddenly
like,
they're in the morph
staff
suits, and it's
version
like
of the
morph suits are a different thing. What am I
axe,
saying?
but
But they're in
he
the
also
actual
has,
Power Ranger gear, and it's like
the traditional axe
what
blaster.
actually happened?
So you get all of them. Also, I forgot to mention, but these turtles come with 3 hand grips, which is really great. So 3 sets of hands.
That's cool.
One is kind of like this claw grip, and then you get like a traditional grip and a fist. So you get 3 sets, which is really unique to the turtles alone.
You
but,
at least need a
ninjas. You
grip, a regular grip,
different,
and then a
possibilities, right?
a fist.
And
That's
again,
the
of
minimum.
course,
Like
he also
I think
has,
all figures,
the holster on the back
regardless of price range, should have
to hold his
2
awesome
sets
weapon.
of hands. One that come on them, and then one that's spare.
This might actually be my favorite weapon in Blast Effect. It's just really cool.
That reminds me of a lot of the
or at least, like, whenever I was looking
Transformers
at
Plus
this,
effects.
I really wanted to bring all those actionable elements of the comic book to life. So to me, just like a flaming axe
That just
like
looked really
effect
nice.
would just be super comic booky. Like you could just see it in action. So that was kind of the goal here, is to bring all these weapons to life through the blast effects.
That's cool. I like it.
And you did actually a terrific job. I can actually see this blast effect in a comic panel, and having Ryan write like a poof kind of like effect on that comic panel.
Yeah,
That's
wait till
exactly
you
what I
see the
write.
other
Foof.
You could see it in Ryan's face. So he was just like, no, that's not what I'd write.
Move on to the second set.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
You guys ready? Are you guys in the chat ready? Which is your favorite
No.
set? I want to know.
Never ready.
Because I have a favorite, but
I'm all about
we're not there yet.
Mikey and April O'Neil.
Here we have
This set
Mikey and
is
April. Look at him
brilliant.
just like crashing into action.
I
This
love
is the
it.
blast effect I was kind of hinting at. Of course, the other ones are similar.
That looks like
really
a
awesome swoosh effect. You could just see it like in motion, as if he's twirling these nunchucks. And again,
that
I
really does
love
look like
the design of these weapons. It's
Transformers
so cool
effect.
that they're nunchucks. But
This does make
they
sense
brought
when
in
it's Hasbro
the
that
Yellow
working on it, but
Ranger,
like it really
spear
does
tips
look
into
like
it,
it.
like the dagger tips. It's just super cool. I love that. And the way that we design these, they do clip together, so you can put both of them in the holster belt, which is really cool. And of course, he can grip it and look like he's twirling these guys. And of course, I know you want to see the portrait.
Mikey's is the biggie. Like
And I will say,
everyone loves Mikey.
Mikey is my favorite turtle.
Mine too.
So I was
Look
really
how
excited
happy
to
he
work
is.
on him. Look at this expression.
He's just so excited.
Cowabunga.
He's just so excited. So happy to be just doing whatever he's doing.
Well done.
And he actually has like
He's great.
one eye
I love him.
squinting just to bring that like he just looks like he's having a blast. And that was our goal. Like everyone's gonna look like they're in like fighting, determined expression.
And then Mikey's just like,
and we wanted Mikey
this
to
is
just
fun.
be that crazy like I'm coming at you. So
I think they've done a great
it's
job,
totally
Mikey.
his energy and
As
I
the
just love how
one
different
Turtles
he is
character that I
compared to everybody
actually
else.
care about, they've done a really good job.
And I think that the orange really works with the yellow Ranger.
Also,
Yeah, the different
not
color
sure.
skin tone of the
Yeah,
of the Ranger.
I was
of the
about to
Turtles.
mention
like, I love that's like a
the
little
fact
lighter,
that
which
Mikey
kinda
is
goes with the
slightly
outfits, right?
lighter tone.
Yeah, Jenny, tell us a little bit more about like what you think when you have like the different skin tones, etc. Is that something that you have to have across all the different executions of the turtles, or how do you approach that?
Well, you know, there's so many different versions of turtles. You know, classic turtles all have the same skin tone, and they've evolved over the years. But
Yeah,
me
Raph's
personally, I
got
do like the different,
darker, like a darker
skin tones
green,
just
and
to show that they're, you know,
Mikey's
to have a point of difference
become
on
a
each
lot
figure.
lighter, and I think it's more
And the way they
representative of
match
just
up
their
with
general
the
like
colors of the suits,
characterizations.
I think it's really complementary.
No, for sure, I agree. And with the colors of the Ninja Turtles as well, you get who that character is immediately. So for sure, well done.
Yeah, orange with a lighter
So we
skin.
have
It's
one other
like
person in
that's
this set
very
who
much
is
like
not a turtle.
you can tell that
and
they're
that's
the
Miss
upbeat
April
character.
O'Neil. And this was really exciting to bring to life because we took,
Love
the
it.
oh look, it's like she's interviewing me. I told you.
I really like. I like the
Anyways, yeah,
accessories.
so she
I'd
comes with
probably
some
just
unique
keep her
accessories
in
that are
Power Ranger
of
mode
course she
at all
comes with the Pink
times.
Ranger accessories, the bow arrow, and really cool blast arrow. And this time we did do some different colorations on that. So we actually made her bow
Oh,
a
nice.
silver, and
So this might actually, to me, this
the
might be
blast
the
one to be
definitive
this
Pink
light
Ranger.
pink. So you get those classic Pink Ranger
Because
accessories.
I know it's not accurate,
to
but it's
really
my
make
mind's
her
eye.
different, we wanted to bring April.
I love the
O'Neil to it, right?
accessories. The accessories
So
are
we
great.
gave her a cool camcorder and this awesome microphone. I love it.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
so,
gonna
like,
I'm gonna have a lot of
nostalgic for
fun
me to see these
customizing with that.
elements, too. And this was the first time that you're getting a Pink Ranger without the skirt. Ryan, was that like
Oh, wait.
something you guys had thought about whenever you designed her?
That's
Yeah, well, that was the one thing that was weird because like we were like trying to figure out when we knew April was going to be the Pink Ranger. We were like, well, how do we make her like a little bit different? Because like everybody else, it's obviously the turtles are gonna be shift up, but with April, we're like, I don't know. And I think it was
My mind's
I think
eye,
it might
though,
have been
says that
Simone
she
was
shouldn't
like,
have the
I'm just gonna
skirt,
take the
so-
skirt off and just make it normal. And I was like, oh, that's a really nice. It's like a tiny little touch, but I thought that was a nice way to sort of.
I actually
differentiate her
think it
from-
looks
from-
way
from,
better.
Kimberly.
Yeah, I love that.
This
I mean, it's
this
a
is
little more like
my
modern.
my
right? Like, she
mind's
doesn't need her
eye
skirt.
of
She's,
Pink
she's
Ranger.
running around. Yellow Ranger never had a skirt, so it's a cool point.
I
of
mean,
difference.
also Yellow Ranger a lot of
And
the time
I want
wasn't
to talk a little bit about her portrait
female,
because
so
obviously Issa's
oh
comic
yeah,
book
I just brought up a
influence and
picture of the original
April
Pink Ranger. Yeah,
influence
she does have
throughout
the like.
what we've seen of her.
It's
So
not
that was
really
kind
a
of
skirt.
fun,
so
like
it's,
working on
it's
someone
more
who
of like
wasn't a real life
the
actor
shirt just
and bringing this
goes. I
character
guess
to
it is
life.
like
I
it
feel
is
like
like
this
a
is
dress
still
that she's
very
wearing.
recognizable as April O'Neil,
Hey, fair enough.
even though it was something we kind of
It's
just
actually more
imagined.
April than
This next one
a
is
lot of
my
the
favorite
like
set. It's my favorite
regular
two-pack.
TMNT stuff.
As you guys know, I love foot
Ah.
soldiers. I love
I
them
love
so much.
I love
It's so cool. I love
that
this set. I
Tommy's
love
in
that
this,
it's a
but at the
versus
same
set.
time,
Um,
Purple
and
Headband
it's-
is just throwing me
again,
off as
I
well.
love foot
which
soldiers. So
doesn't
I thought
help.
this was like an awesome combination set. So we'll start with Mikey. Oh, sorry, Raph. I don't know why I said that. It's just because I love him so much. That's probably why.
Raph looks great.
You can
Raph
see
does
he
look
comes
great.
with
It works
these
so
awesome
well.
side blades, which fit in the holster. Has a
That
cool
is so
blast
cool.
effect. And
Blast
check out
effect's
how
a
he's
bit
gripping
odd.
this thing.
Oh, it's perfect.
Isn't that awesome?
That is
So
perfect.
he actually holds it like between his fingers.
How he actually is
It's so
supposed to hold
cool.
it. That's brilliant.
And of course, Raph has a portrait as well. And
I
it's
should
pretty
hope so.
classic to his personality. Oop, I'll just show you the portrait.
Just angry, just pure anger. It's what you want. It's
So
what you
again,
need.
classic grimace.
Cool.
It's so good.
and aggression
That's it. They all look great.
that we
I'm,
expect from Raph.
I don't.
And it is
I'm not.
so like
yeah.
this is what I really love.
I'm at
I
least
should
gonna
just
get
put them
Shredder.
all on my fingers.
I'm
if I
probably gonna
can.
get the Mikey and April O'Neil pack.
No, I can't. I'll try and hurt them.
You're slowly becoming a supervillain here, of, like decapitated turtle heads on your fingertips.
Oh wow. That's a Power Rangers villain.
So let us know which is your favorite in the comments. Which is your favorite turtle of all of them? For sure.
My
before we
favorite
go to
is
comic.
my favorite turtle.
I feel like
is-
that's like
is
my favorite part about this
definitely
is how
Donnie.
different it is
Mikey. Sorry, what am I saying,
for
Donnie?
each one of them and how
Mikey,
unique
but
they
like
look.
I think
then
my favorite
finally,
figure is
This I'm
Shredder.
really excited to show you guys. Because we did
Come
something
on, show
really
us the
different
Shredder.
here.
Show us the Shredder.
So the foot soldier.
Oh no.
Spoiler alert.
It's
If you didn't
Tommy.
know, Tommy is a foot soldier in the comic. Which is really awesome. Of course, he comes with this cool uppercut blast
That's nice.
effect. Really powerful, really
Once
awesome.
again,
I
though,
love it. It's one
I
of my
think they
favorite
have a
blast
proper
effects.
foot soldier head
and
for him.
So yes, he comes with a portrait.
He's legitimately
but what's
the
really
best
cool about
foot
him
soldier.
is that
Just like
the bandana comes
Oh,
off.
that's awesome.
Check that out. So you can have him masked or unmasked.
I thought it was
it
going to be
actually
3
fits-
heads, but
It fits
so
to
it's-
his
it's-
face.
that's actually
Like
really
we
good.
sculpted it to fit to it. So whenever you remove the head, you can put on that little mask. And then
That's neat.
that's not the only thing.
like
you
that.
still get. So there's another accessory of like an extra little scarf cowl piece for him, which is also removable.
That goes with the fully masked head.
And he
Oh,
comes
that's
with
awesome.
a fully masked face.
This is
which
a
really,
better
really awesome.
foot soldier
And I
than
love what we
any
did
of
with
the
this.
actual
We
like
added some
proper
extra little
TMNT
like, you
foot
could see
soldiers.
stitch detailing on here to really bring it to life. Like
You know, like I
all
wasn't
those
all
little
too
details, if
sure
it was a
when
real
I was
mask,
seeing all the people
love
being like,
folds
give
on the
Hasbro the
faces,
license,
just
but no,
implying
like
the facial structure
legitimately.
underneath. And he has the red eyes.
Oh, that's
really
awesome.
cool. One of my favorite.
Like nothing
foot
against
soldiers. And
NECA,
then
nothing
again,
against
he
the,
has his
the other
sword,
companies that
which can be
work
holstered
on
in the back.
TMNT stuff, but
And
like
check out this blast effect. I love this thing.
both like
Does that
shoulders
not
as
look
well.
like it's straight out of a comic book? Like
That looks awesome.
It does.
it's just
awesome.
perfect slashing. It's so cool. So
Also,
that's
you
where
could eat it.
you know I really wanted to bring that to life. But what I'd love to know is like what it was like designing these foot soldiers, because there's obviously a lot of different variations of those as well. And I know when I was selecting the colors of this, I kind of looked at things across the board and found a
It
happy
needs to be
medium
like
of what
a
was
bluish
representative of
purple,
classic
really,
and
doesn't it?
comic.
It's like purple, but like
Okay, I've been holding
leaning
it together
towards
a
blue.
little bit, but now I'm just gonna let it go. These are amazing. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be chill on the other side of this. I'm just like, everything looks good. Just don't lose your mind. They're so freaking awesome. This 2-pack
They
with
do look
Raphael and
really good.
and Tommy is
Right.
so awesome. One of the things I look at, there's a lot of things I love about it, so I'm just gonna go on a rant. I'm sorry. One of the things I love about it is that there's actual plot points from the comic book in it, like with the uppercut that he gives. That's like the moment that he when Tommy knocks Raphael out. That's the moment, and I love that you guys made a blast effect of that. I love
Okay,
the
so
fact
this is
that
actually
with
like a
Tommy,
battle
you've
pack.
got
There's
all
actually
the different
like
like when he goes in, he can be undercover with the mask, and then when you take that off, and then you have the sort of the bandana part covering his face. What's great about that? That's part of the Foot Soldier Elite, which I love that you guys brought that in. And it's just all of it.
they've
It's
actually
freaking
created
awesome. Okay, obviously
just
I'm
like
calm
the
down.
best.
But
They've
that
actually
was
just
one of the-
created, like, a
sorry, they're so
perfect
good.
foot soldier.
This is like 10-year-old Ryan is coming out like the alien.
People are going to be
Fucking
so
out of my
annoyed that
chest.
you
This is
that is
amazing.
Power 2-pack.
So what I
Because
love,
people
one of
are
the
going
things
to
that was
want
so hard
to,
about this
army
process
build
was like we
that
we
type of
originally
that
talked
specific
about,
foot
do
soldier,
we want to use?
even though
I
it's-
actually wanted
it's
to.
a
Did
named
you want
character.
to use the IDW foot soldier designs? Because I always love the modern comic book design.
It is
of
missing
the foot soldiers.
like
Because
gold
for
and
me,
diamond
as a kid, I was like a purple ninja
from the comic,
That's
but like
not real cloak and dagger. And so I was a little on the fence about it because I was like, like if we're gonna play it real. What was great was my editor was like, no,
then again,
this
the
is
little
gonna be
corner
sort
art
of
doesn't
our
have it either.
version
It does, is
of-
he even
of
there in the
sort of
comic?
taking influence from like the cartoon and all the different versions
I'm
we've seen of the
sure
turtles.
he's
And
supposed
so
to have
I remember
like,
the first
the,
drawing we have, which is like the double
the Power
double
Rangers
page
diamond
reveal
on
of
him.
the turtles. They with them fighting like a bunch of foot soldiers, and the purple was so dark, and I loved that they modernized it by giving it the red eyes and the stuff. And so you guys have taken that and gone even further with it and made it look even more realistic. Like
does
if
look
I walked
awesome.
into an
Like-
alley and I saw a dozen purple ninjas that look like this, I'm running in the other
Yeah,
direction.
yeah.
So like, I love it. I think
The
Tommy looks.
posability on that
I didn't
looks great
expect
as
to
well.
have Tommy be my favorite. I freaking love this figure. It's
all
so
the
cool.
all the best
I'm done.
aspects
Yeah.
of the other Hasbro
Ryan,
lines.
I love your enthusiasm.
It's like I've been
Now
meaning
you
to
know
talk
how we
about
feel
what's
when
been
we read
happening
your
with
comics.
all
No,
the
that's amazing.
Fortnite
We're
stuff,
happy
but
to
like
feel like
Yeah,
that
it's
because that's how you
true.
make us feel with your great
Hasbro
stories.
So
is
cool.
top of the game right now when it comes
I also
to
want
like
to show
good
scale,
articulation.
while
Just
I
like
do
you can
have
say Amazing
both of these in
Yamaguchi,
the
Rebel
2
Tech,
pack, so
whatever.
you can see,
Hey,
because that
SH
was
Figure Arts,
another big
whatever.
decision as we were designing these.
But
like,
honestly,
do we
like
make them
the most
taller than the turtles? Do we,
consistently
or
good
sorry, taller
articulation
than our
comes from
rangers? Do we
Hasbro.
make them the same size as the rangers?
Whatever
do we make
line
them
you
a little bit
follow, whether
shorter?
it's Transformers,
We
Power
kind of netted out in
Rangers,
this place where they're
Marvel
just a touch
Legends,
shorter.
Star Wars Black
Let's
Series,
see if I can scooch back.
they are all just so
toe to toe.
good, and that's
turtles
following
are
up
just a
with
little bit
this,
shorter,
following up with
than our
the Fortnite
rangers.
stuff.
And that was by
Hasbro's
design.
top of the game
we really
right now.
wanted them to look a
It's
little
so
bit
good. It's so good.
shorter and stockier and have that visual weight of a turtle. I mean, they don't need a lot of help because they do have obviously this big turtle shell.
The back
so
weight
they have that
really
weight
does
and
counter
presence,
like everything.
but we wanted to keep them pretty in line with each other so that, you know, if you have these lined up with your rangers, they make sense. And against
it's another Rangers team. Like
Shredder,
as much as I don't really buy that much Power Rangers stuff. Like
also
I can completely admit that this is awesome. Like having.
Can I ask a
the
question?
To have turtle ninjas,
one of the things that we were running with was
Ninja Turtle Rangers.
Like Simone DeMeo designed all the suits and stuff and worked on that. But Dan Mora did a lot of the covers. Did you guys have a hard time finding a way to sort of balance the two designs? Because they are the same characters, but they look
distinct.
Different. So it was a huge point of how we designed this was looking at yes, both of those designs, and in the end we kind of went with the cover art more Dan
cannibalized the cover art and combined it with the cartoon with like the more modern cartoons.
Looked a little more humanoid. It was like it had that it could look like it fit in the Ranger universe, and when you have this next to your traditional Ranger, you could see them truly like morph. It's that beautiful blend of both franchises where and it's super unique, something that we've never seen before, nothing on shelf, and that's what we really liked about it. Was it wasn't too turtle in its form, and it wasn't too Ranger or human in its form. It just kind of had a balance that we felt like brought Lightning Collection.
This isn't related to what they're saying, but honestly, to be a fan of to have your favorite turtle be Raph and your favorite Ranger be Red, or favorite Ranger be Blue, and favorite turtle be
and we really liked this
Leo.
Blended musculature.
It's a great time right now because you can very easily just
so yeah, that was a decision that we went with, and
connect
it was challenging because for sure a lot of details.
I'll use the Raph example because it makes more sense. But it's like having
covers,
a NECA Raph,
different details, and kind
of
a
Nickelodeon series Raph.
But for the most part,
then the Power Ranger Raph,
like a blend of the
then Red Ranger. As like your displays, like that's gonna look so good. I can't wait to see pictures like that actually.
Of Dan's designs, if that makes sense.
Cool. Absolutely.
All right, and I think we have one last figure to show everybody.
Shredder, Green Ranger, Shredder.
Last but definitely not
least. Oh my.
Yes,
okay.
There you go.
That was also my reaction when I heard about this. I was like, "Oh, we're doing Shredder!" Like, yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
that
if
is
nothing
so
else, I was
awesome.
like, I don't care if we make the turtles or not. I like
is that
this
fabric
is just
cape?
such a cool design, and it totally makes sense.
That's not
as
fabric
the Green
cape.
Ranger. And again, I love that.
That's
that
a fabric.
Marriage of how
that's a soft goods cape on him.
It just makes so much sense.
Oh
so
my
without
God,
further ado,
it's a soft
check
goods
him
cape.
out. I will caution that these are models. They are not final. So some of the colors of these things are not final. They're being tweaked and adjusted. So be kind in the comments. Not everything you see is final.
They look pretty far along though.
We're giving you guys
I'm expecting these to come out soon.
Hand look. I love this cape. We did this really amazing tattered effect. It also does have a gradient, so it gets a little darker on the bottom.
They've
so
learned
that it
from
looks like
Vader.
it's faded
They've
and dirty
really
and
learned from
worn,
Vader.
just like it was in the comics.
I know it's different designers and stuff for every team, but like
of the artwork because
it's so good.
Exactly what we
the
tried
DNA
to do here.
is all there for Hasbro.
again, there are multiple versions of your helmet. You guys were sneaky. Like, I've looked at Shredder's helmets in all the comics, and I was like, oh, it's different in this one. It's different in this one. So
I can't
that's
tell
where
if
we
it's
like
actually supposed to be a
we had
bird
to
or a
make
snake.
decisions.
Because from the
But
front on
I really love
in
how
the
it turned
little
out. I mean,
graphic on the right, it
he's
does kind
so
of look like a
awesome.
snake,
He
but from
looks
the
so
like the
villainous.
side on it looks more like a
He
bird.
has these amazing blast effects. Like he's
They're
slashing
really
through
cool.
the air,
They are really cool.
and it's so cool. I mean, his
They
armor
could be
has
really
all those
useful
like
for like
scratches
Wolverine.
and dents on
Weirdly
it
enough, like
that you
the
would
complete
expect
tangent, but they could.
to see from all his
Oh,
battles and
so
stuff.
good.
And it's so cool.
Can we see the size of him, like side to side? Yeah, there you go. Look at that.
Oh
So you
my!
can see he's
Huge.
not like
That's awesome.
gigantic.
He's like a 7-inch figure
Well,
though.
He's huge, but we have had a lot of comments about like our monsters are giant. We wanted to make sure, he's still a human, so we wanted to make sure he
Is he
wasn't
though?
like a giant
suppose it depends
figure
on the
in
continuity.
comparison, but he's still bigger than our like.
He's
That's
a big
an
boy.
intimidating standoff.
He's very big.
All right, I'm putting them toe to toe. So he's down here. So he is.
Okay,
I
well,
believe
Tommy's
he's like
typically-
an inch and some odd taller.
Yeah, Tommy is typically,
So
I think,
he's a 7
Alright.
and
6 point-
something inch figure, whereas
yeah,
our
6.8
Ranger's about 6
or
inch.
whatever.
So he's a little bit taller, definitely beefier, definitely got some armor up. You can see underneath here he's got like all the shoulder plating.
The detail,
When we went
like
through the design
honestly,
process of this, like there
Hasbro have done such a good job.
Had I think we
Viacom,
actually spent more
Reading
time
Room
trying
Weep,
to
I
get him right
suppose.
than the actual Turtle Rangers. Like,
I'm sorry, I
we
just hit the
started
mic
on
with a
Green
can.
Ranger Shredder like immediately because we had a little. I know the reason. Oh, that's why. Because he was going to show up in the first issue, and the Turtles were going to be a few issues. So we had a little bit of runway. But yeah, we went through so many different versions.
Yeah.
One thing I love that the detail you guys have is in the book. One of the things since he kind of quote unquote hacks the coin and sort of like breaks it to his will, we did kind of like the idea that maybe it had like torn his cape was a little torn, or like the idea that he had like it had deteriorated a little bit in the stuff. So I love that. And yeah. Like it was like trying
He
to
forced his
there's
way
so
in,
many different
basically.
choices. We're like, does he have sleeves? Do we want, what color are the gauntlets? What color are the spikes on his feet? It was like trying to find that
But you
blend
want
of
you
if you
want
look
like
at
the graphic
IDW
is very
Shredder,
gold,
like the IDW Shredder,
but you
is, like,
kind of want a bit
black
more
and
silver
red
for
and just,
Shredder.
like in super like
It's like
metal,
gold
we were, like,
and
trying to find
gold
that
and
blend
green
of
is a
sort of, like,
very
all the different
common color scheme
influences
for Green
and
Ranger.
growing up on
It's
the
not the
80s
most
TV
common, 'cause
show, like, I
I'd
love
say
that
silver
version.
is
So it's like,
a more
how
common
do you
color,
make that
but
version intimidating and scary? And
the
then
purple
blend it also
highlights,
with a
I
green
guess,
Power
is more
Ranger. So, yeah,
Shredder.
it took a long,
yeah,
it
try,
is really,
but
isn't it?
I loved it. You guys have done an amazing job.
He looks so
The
good.
amazing the details that you guys
Oh,
added
that's good.
made
That's
my
gonna sit
life
next
so much
to
easier. Because some of the
a
asks
Tommy Green
I would
Ranger
typically ask for
and just stay
is,
there.
Can I
It's
get
just
a
gonna be
material
so good.
cape? Can I get translucent swooshes? Can I get metallic finishes? Can I get an additional head? And you guys brought that all to the table. So the value of the figures are incredible.
It looks awesome.
Thanks.
Can I
Yeah,
make
we
it-
And
definitely
if they're
wanted to do something
normal
different with, like,
Power Rangers
the cape.
prices,
I love that, like, in the
that's gonna be
design, you guys
something
brought the
something
morpher
worldly
into
at that
the
point.
sash. I mean, just
'Cause
the
they are
integration
priced
of those
really
little
well.
details
It's
throughout
because
are,
it's
like, my
first
favorite
party
aspect of this.
stuff. It's the same reason the Transformers go for so
Definitely. Well, thank
comparatively
you
cheap
very
compared
much,
to the
Loretta.
Marvel and
Thank you
Star Wars
for
stuff.
showing us all this amazing product. Actually, we
Yeah, of
have
course.
one last thing to show our fans, right?
Wait, what?
And Janice, I would love you to speak a little bit about it. So at the end of each week for Power Month, we're going to have a really nice poster that some amazing, talented artists have worked on that is tying the theme of the week together. And of course, this week is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So let's see the great poster that we have created for this week.
What?
Oh,
But
Okay.
we had the exact same reaction. That's awesome.
The
that's
colors,
cool.
I just
like
got to
it.
see this the other day. It's so incredible. Very easy for me to show all the people at Nickelodeon, and the draws are dropping. It's amazing.
You know what's so crazy
does
is
look really
like
cool.
this just looks so natural for turtles. Like I know they're Power Rangers, but like my brain, maybe I've been on the brand too long, but like my brain doesn't even register it as like Power Rangers. I see the turtles like so much here, and Brian, to your point, like they're fully masked and you still know who they are. Like I always thought that was really funny for turtles as
I'm
a
not sure
franchise. Like, I think
about
I've even
Black
seen a
Ranger
meme,
though.
it's like they go in
I'm still,
disguise,
I
but
still
their
think
mask
that
isn't even
he
covering,
could
like
be
it's not covering their
purple.
face or
I still think they
disguising them
could
at
be
all.
Purple Ranger.
Like, what's this gonna like do when they look like
I
a
know
giant turtle?
purple isn't Mighty Morphin.
But
I just think
this
that
is
would
like
work
one of those
so
things
much
where they're
better.
fully covered.
Yellow,
but
I'm
you
perfectly
know
happy
who
with.
they are and
And
what
yellow
they are.
is,
It's
you know,
awesome.
a main
And actually, we
one,
have a
so it makes
really
sense.
awesome diorama to show our
I
fans
won't
as
even
well
say black
today.
is a main
with
color
all
for
the
Power
products
Rangers. I don't
together.
know.
Let's
I
show
don't
that.
know.
There you go. Look at Mikey. Look at Mikey grabbing that
Mikey
pizza.
looks amazing. Mikey does look
Anchovies.
amazing.
What else? What else did they put in there?
Oh, it's butterscotch and caramel and anything but pineapple. I don't think Mike. I love that Mikey likes
Yeah.
everything on pizza except pineapple. That's like his one no. Grasshopper, sure, but no pineapple.
Love that. Love that.
Look at those power poses.
And yes,
That
all of
Pink
these
Ranger looks
weapons
so
combine
good.
as well. I
So
forgot to
good.
mention that, but all these weapons do combine to make the power weapon.
That posability is pretty cool.
With the
Nice.
articulation, these are all freestanding. These are balancing on their own. There's nothing holding them down. There's no like little stickies or anything. You can actually pose them out like this.
Oh,
They are
okay.
expertly posed by our amazing sculptor Corey. He was here on set whenever they shot this,
That's
and he posed
awesome.
them out to make sure they were perfect because he is
That
just so good
so
at that.
cool.
But also, yeah, our photographer captured some amazing shots here. I love it. I can't wait to see what you guys do with all these awesome action figures, and I can't wait to see your sets and dioramas and reenactments
Can I
of
fit them
of the comic because
into the
I've
Marvel
seen
Legends
those and they're,
display.
like, my favorite shots.
Because
It's
at this
messy,
point,
so.
like, I
Again,
don't
thank
display
you very much. Thank you, Ryan.
much.
Thank you, Janice.
I'll be
for
honest,
joining us
at
today
this
for
point,
this Fan First
in the
Friday.
6-inch range,
So this is a wrap
that
for us
is like
today.
a proper display
I
other
also
than
want to thank all our
Legends.
fans out there from around the
So I'm
world.
thinking now, can
I would
I
like to
fit?
thank Party City
Can
for
I
sending
fit
this
these
great
figures
products,
into my
Walmart for
Legends
the great
display?
cake, and Anyway for
I already
the great
fit a
video
load of
games as
WWE
well.
figures in,
So as
so
I
I don't
said,
think there will be too
we
much
will
of an
have
issue.
great reveals and
I also
pre-orders
fit like
throughout the month of
5.5
August, so stay
inch
tuned,
scale
and,
Hasbro figures, like
stay safe,
Toy
everyone.
Biz
Have a
or
great
whatever.
weekend.
So, well,
Thanks.
anyway.
Bye, everybody.
I'm
guys.
very
Thanks
excited.
for having
I'm
us.
very interested. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. And yeah, I'll see you for whatever I do next. I know there's a Fan First Monday for Legends, so yeah, I'll see you there.